What's up? What's up? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. Okay, now it's Super Bowl Sunday. Uh, but we still gonna talk some NBA. And this right here, believe it or not, it's a very important thing to discuss, especially when we talk about the collective bargaining agreement. We're not talking about for those of y'all that see CBA, I'm not talking about no Continental Basketball Association. It's not what we're talking about. Believe it or not, some people get it twisted. But the reason why I bring this up is because Stephen A. Smith was on First Take, and I don't often agree with some of the things that Stephen A. Said. There's some things that I try to look at and try to research myself with him, and then also, you know, he's not a very well liked person in my eyes for some of the coonish shit that he does. But he did bring up a point that I think that a lot of people are kind of missing and are not really taken into consideration, not just for just one organization, but the entire league. Uh, he said, and this is according to Stephen A. Smith, man, Stephen A. Snitch, as we call him, said team owners are taking note of all this and are getting ready for the next negotiations. They won't give in now that players are doing whatever they want if they don't feel comfortable in their squads. He said, quote, the Los Angeles Lakers are an unmitigated disaster. They are a mess. They are going to cost people their livelihoods, and in the midst of all that, people who are getting paid don't deserve to get paid, but they'll get their money anyways. That's why the next round of collective bargaining negotiations between the owners and players is going to be must see TV in terms of us talking about it because these owners are coming for them. Uh, he also continued on, and Stephen A. Smith said this: the fact that you got guys taking time off, the fact that you have guys who don't want to follow the rules and regulations, the fact that you got guys who are being lackadaisical at their discretion, picking when they want to play and how they want to play instead of being committed to doing their job. The owners are coming for them, and I call it down the middle, the way that I see it. Some of these dudes, if the players end up getting the short end of the stick, they would have deserved it because some of the shenanigans simply can't be tolerated. It's bad for the game. Look, man, I hate to admit it, and I I really don't want to admit it, but Stephen A. Smith is right. Look, the integrity of the game is lost. Um, shout out to Pro Basketball Update or Ticket TV, man. He was touching on something, in terms of the mentality of these players today, and of course, you got to talk about a guy like an AD, for instance, and stuff. And I understand that a lot of players they're they're concerned about their health, about their longevity and stuff. But at the same token, these people still have a business to run. This is still a league that, has to put product on the floor. Hold on, y'all. I apologize about that, y'all. Now, some of y'all don't really know the history of the CBA, of the collective bargaining agreement. Um, Pretty much what it is, man. It's the players union. The rules of contract, trade, revenue, distribution, salary cap, all that. Um, and you know, I think a lot of people don't understand that when 2005 had hit, uh, there was there you know the the 19 when in '99 when the CBA had pretty much came to a close, they had to all negotiate a new a new agreement. Um, we all know what happened with the lockout and everything like that. The half a season. But what a lot of people don't really look at too is that in '04 and '05, kicking it back to '05, there were there was the NHL lockout, and during this span of time, it had an effect on the NBA, and then that's when they came with the new CBA agreement I think in that summer, if I'm not mistaken. Um, then of course, that agreement came to a close from '05 all the way up until I think it was '10, and then there was they had the 2011 uh lockout, and then it was ratified in December, and then of course it ended the lockout. Now, the thing about it, man, that I think a lot of people they forget about the changes that were, some people in their eyes they felt like it had a lot of strain on it. A lot of people were taking advantage of it. Were the creation of the two-way contracts, and then also there was the shorter preseasons, then no more than six exhibition games and stuff like that. And then also the veteran exception being being put into play. You know, um, there the salary cap though it really didn't change that much. Uh, because you had to look at it from the '90s going into the early 2000s, and under when 2010 it hit, the players have received a lower percentage of the league revenue. Now you're probably like, well, what the hell are you talking about? What does this have to do with anything? Pretty much, man. A lot of these guys, man, it's like what Stephen A. was basically saying is that there's gonna be pretty much a power struggle that's gonna be happening that people are going to be looking at when all of this comes to a close because guys are some there are some guys that are actually using it to their advantage. Some people actually agree with this. They agree with, like, for instance, when we talk about football, they agree with some guys that sit out and hold out for their money and stuff like that, like, like the running back situation with Le'Veon Bell, or with Ezekiel, stuff like that. But I'm just like giving an interpretation, not trying to bounce around and stuff like that. What's up with it, 3000? I see you in the building. But guys are really trying to take advantage and use the system to their advantage. So this is something that we gotta pay attention to, because for all the hell and all the criticism that Michael Jordan had got, Michael Jordan always was making far below than some of the guys in the league, but yet and still he was still out there putting in work, and that's how a lot of other guys have felt too. They would go out there and still, what was a prideful thing was that guys would still go out there and they would still try to play every game that they could, not taking time off and stuff like that. I mean, we are talking about an 82 game stretch. What's up with it, Lewis Sports? I see you in the building, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Lewis Sports Network. Yeah, and they played all the time. 3000. You know that. You know, I understand the logic, um, in why some players may feel the way they feel, but at the same token, these people, I know a lot of guys, they make references to this all the time. They say that these guys spend their hard-earned money because they don't know if they'll ever get a chance to see a LeBron James play again, or see a Carmelo Anthony play again, or see even the younger guys, a John Morant play again. So when they say, "Oh yeah, well, such and such is coming to town. We ready to see these guys play and everything," and then you show up after you don't work double shifts and triple shifts, or you put in extra time in at work and everything, or you've been putting sacrificing money when you could have bought something else, and then you go, and then that player doesn't show up. Fans are gonna be pissed off about that shit. Yeah, well, kind of spoiled, man. They're really spoiled. They're really spoiled. I mean, like, a lot of these guys are looking at this era right now, like the older generation, the guys that played in the NBA. Yeah, exactly. They're looking at it like, wow, I wish we would have had this, back with, this type of flexibility back when we were playing and everything. Or, but some of the guys were probably like, well, nah, you know what? I still would have just maintained, and also I'm talking about in terms of, joining forces or stacking the deck and all that other stuff. They still would have wanted to compete. The mentality was still different. Don't get me wrong, guys still, they wanted to make their money and everything, but more guys were in it for the love. They wanted to keep in shape. Like Dennis Rodman, he didn't really care about the money. A guy like Dennis Rodman, he always said he was just happy. He just wanted to be somewhere, because Dennis Rodman didn't even think that, the NBA might have been possible. You know why? Because he was working on the farm and just going to school. He did, and at one point he was working in the airport. So that's just an example. You said Lewis Sports Network. You said the older players feel the way they feel because of how entitled younger generation of players are. It's more about branding and winning. Yeah, exactly. And look, I know a lot of guys are focused on their brand. There's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I encourage that. But the thing that we have to understand is that, hold on one second, y'all. My bad, y'all. I'm at the over here with the kids at the park, man. But like 3,000 was just saying facts. We play for love and our competitive. Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate that 3,000 degrees. Yeah, y'all go support Lewis Sports Network. Anybody that come over here and make sure y'all sub to 3,000 degrees, man. We trying to get our LDBC brothers up. Everybody, man. Just you know, everybody, sub to each other, man, and show each other love, man. You know. Um, but to get back to what I was saying, you have real Iron Men that really, just wanted to, go out there. Some guys just really just wanted to keep in shape. They didn't really care about the money. They wanted to have something to do just to keep in shape. Like I'm pretty sure that Robert Parrish, guys like I'm talking about like older players. Robert Parrish, he didn't have to play until he was well off into his 40s, but he did. But it gives them guys something to do. Even when you talk about guys like James Edwards and stuff like that, these guys saw it as a sense of honor to be at every single game and be suited up, always ready to deliver too as well. And the younger generation, believe it or not, they're looking at these guys that are older right now, and they're like, you know what, nah. I want to be able to show up for every game. If even if I'm hurting a little bit, I'm still gonna play. These guys have a different mentality coming up. Like I look at like guys like John Morant. I look at guys like LaMelo Ball. I look at the Darius Garlands, Evan Mobley, stuff like that. I look at those guys. I look at those guys, and these are a new breed that are coming up. Like okay, for instance, Zion Williamson is a perfect example. You said I'm all for players getting the bread, but some sit out on purpose when people may only get to see their favorite players once, unless the player has a legitimate reason. Exactly, exactly. Um, yeah. Oh, okay. Now, see, Lewis Sports. You see, that comes with that goes back to what I was talking about with development though. People were looking at the Cavs at one point. They were like, man, these guys, man, since they lost LeBron, they're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna go anywhere. They're not gonna evolve into nothing much. No, that's not true because they always had a constructed way of doing things, but you just didn't see it. And now you see all these teams that are blossoming, that are that are starting to progress and that are starting to evolve and everything. It's because they know how to develop them. Now, but I'm digressing a little bit. But pretty much you said all that money and Zion won't get a personal trainer or a chef. Well, he actually he had a now the personal trainer part. I I'm not too keen on that. I just know that he was focusing on slimming down and getting a little bit more chiseled. He actually got chiseled his set into his second year and everything. you know, and then he had actually had a dietitian or whatever to watch what he eat and all of that. Uh, but it's up to him again to follow and to keep up with with what he's doing. He has to follow that. Yeah, but his problem, we know it was his weight and everything. But see, think about why he's having problem with his lower extremities is because of all that weight. You're only supposed, when you're 6'5" and you're a certain amount of, I was talking about height earlier, with Ticket Man, and I was telling him that I got cousins that are, that are huge, but the amount of problems that they have on their body is a lot. I got a cousin that he got knee problems and he got ankle problems and he has a a messed up disc. You know, and people don't know the reason why I'm bringing that up is because you take into account, okay, you're 6'9" or you 6'8" and all this other stuff, but you also weigh 200 plus pounds and stuff like that. But then you're running, and then also you're having to you know you know stand up and bang and deal with the rigors, and then also you got to take into account the rest factor, stuff like that. That takes a toll on your body. Not making no excuses for them, but they knew what it was when you signed up, and that's why you have guys like LeBron that invest their money into their body. However, if you have if you're investing so much money into your body and stuff like that, then you should be able to respect the other people's investment for when they come to see you. Look, 19 years in the league, hey, I salute. There's some guys that they can't last 19 minutes in the league. I salute. You said Charles Barkley for Zion could be what Moses. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because he said, Charles Barkley had told, asked Moses how he could get better, and Moses said, "You a fat ass. You you too damn fat." Like you said, Polo ultimately it's up to him. Yes, it is. It's all look. The ball is in your floor. Once you start playing, and once you get into the league or whatever it is, and I'm not just listen. Let's not just narrow it down to just the NBA. Let's talk about all sports. Once you get into the league, in any type of league, what's up with it? Number one grinder in the building. That boy JT. Man, y'all go ahead and y'all subscribe. Y'all know who number one grinder is. Man, he don't need no introduction. One of the LDBC finest, aka underrated darkness. AKA, man, you could call me what you want, man. Just don't say anything, man, that I'm not no New Yorker. What's up with it? But before I'm gonna get this last point off, and then I'm gonna let the brother JT cook because he knows about this sort of thing. Matter of fact, we were talking about business yesterday as it pertained to boxing, and you're seeing a domino effect through pretty much a lot of the sports, but the main things that we're looking at is boxing, basketball, and football. And right now, of course, I was looking at basketball, but I think the thing that me and Grinder was talking about, as well as Clarence when we was on there yesterday on his channel, is the fact that these guys are, oh well, you know what? I don't want to fight this guy because you know what I'm saying. It's too much of a risk, man. If I lose that zero, if I lose that man, there ain't nobody gonna no. Back in the days, if they showed up at the press conference, you had to fight that guy. If that guy called you out, it was like shoot, you name a time and place. It's not. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We'll fight you when the money's right. No, 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 no. They were gonna do everything that they could to make sure to make that stuff happen. You know why? Because it appealed to the fans. They want to see a good rivalry. They want to see a trilogy. They want to see shoot. Even if you got to go 4 fights, but they want to see that's good for business, and it's the same thing with the NBA. Oh man, guess what? Hey JT, man, we getting ready to go see the Mavericks play and everything like that. Then we expecting to see Luca out there. Me and JT, we looking at man. My Knicks is playing them. Man, what? Where the hell is Julius Randle? Where the hell is RJ Barrett? Oh well, they had to sit out. Man, like nigga, I spent my money for this shit. Man, you walk up out of there. It's like, man, I'm gonna fly my ass back to New York. That's what people be going through, and people don't understand that, man. It affects a lot, but people be, they taking advantage of the system and trying to use it to their advantage and all. JT, what's up with it, man?
Good.
How you
I,
feeling, brother?
I heard part of the story. What Kyrie did now?
You said what, brother?
What Kyrie did now?
No, 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 no. Kyrie didn't do anything. We talking about we're talking about the the collective bargaining agreement. But I mean, if you want
Oh,
to
okay.
touch, yeah, no problem, man. You know me, man. I'm everywhere, man. We don't just stop on
To
one
go more on
subject.
your point and everything, they the players of see people want to compare with the players of not I ain't gonna say 30 years, like 40, 50 years ago. They didn't have that all that much rights. And then at that time we gotta understand the players back then they stick, they stick together. And I know there are some people don't like when I say that, but it's true. I seen it. Black and white, wherever it is in the players, I'm talking about the NBA, they stuck together. Wherever little pennies they can get, they stuck together. In the six, they stuck together. Ever since the late great Kurt Flood that fought for free agency, and then he died broke. We find out that there are players right now of all type sports. They don't stick together. Like the top, we get the top. I don't care. I'm not saying there's a few right now is ain't doing it, but you know. But there are some taking like social stance that sometimes we don't even support either. You know, and especially when we because of our people, they want us to take a certain stance of this and that. So, like Kyrie, he very smart and intelligent. So, no, you say I'm not taking this and stuff like that. And I think more people should thought before they make their judgment. And we got a lot of yes men's and yes ma'ams in this world,
Yeah, yes, master.
and it goes for men and women, not just men, women too. Yes, and that conversation needs to talk more about and so we see it with James Harden. I consider he would fill the Bryant. There's a good point. Brother Mace Tag, he have a channel. Brother it's Mace Tag, and he made a vibe. But shout out to Mace. Hope you get well, brother. And James Harden left New York, and you go to Philly. Not knocking Philly, but New York got New York got the clubs now.
Yeah. Hey, hold on one second, JT. I'm gonna address this. What's up with you, Grant Williams? And 3,000. You said it need to be accountable, and I'm gonna let JT touch and cook on this too. Need to be more accountable and obligated to the fans. We help pay their salaries, but I do understand that players need rest. But I don't know about the load management crap. In my opinion, look, the only way when you low managing, man, that means your motherfucking shit is broke your fucking ACL is tore up, your MCL tore up, your ankle is bent to a 90 degree. You had a fucking Gordon Hayward type of injury. You had a fucking Kevin Ware type of injury. You had a Sean Livingston type of injury. You had a motherfucking Andrew Bogut type of injury. You had a motherfucking JT know what I'm talking about. A fucking Willis McGahee type of injury.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? Your eye popping out or something like that. Look, man, these guys back in JT era and in my era, man, look, hey, such and such is struggling with the little knee pain, but they still playing through it. A lot of
And they
these
ain't had no
Kobe
coverage.
had broke.
No
Kobe
coverage.
had a motherfucker. What did he have tied up? JT. He had tied up fingers. Was still playing against Phoenix in the fucking playoff situation.
Who's
Now,
this?
Grant Williams, you said
Yeah.
this about. I'm sorry about the JT. Hold on one second. You said Zion has been rehabbing and working out in Nike facilities in Oregon. Yeah, that's great. But falling asleep in film session, that don't help either. You sitting up there drinking Gatorades and eating Cheetos and all this other stuff, that ain't helping neither.
Right. And
So man, you hey, we gotta it's either put up or shut up right now, Zion, and then on top of that, what we gotta also realize is that Ja Morant is making you look real bad because they didn't even project Ja Morant to have a high ceiling as you. Go ahead, JT.
at the same time, too, we gotta understand this too. Again, not picking. His mother is an agent. He need a professional agent. Say, no, you cannot do that. You make it. You know you can't do that. That's why sometimes it's not good to have family as your agents because you know they're not gonna give you the discipline that they should. He know better not to eat that. You know better than that. The spotlight is on you. So this is what I'm saying. Like you cannot baby in these players now. You can't do that. They are sometimes family cannot be in sports. You can't because you don't know. You need professional. You need help. You know what I'm saying? You go, yo, you need a come on, no. You know, and then that's another conversation we better have too. You know what I'm saying? And then I mean to go up on. All right, this one I was saying. When they gonna have a talk when these fans harass these players? When
Right,
we
that's
gonna
facts.
talk about that?
That's facts. Yeah, more protection for the players and stuff like that because
Yeah.
and see, listen, I know that a lot of fans are, they get angry. They get angry because they're not getting their money's worth. If you boo a player, I could respect that. But the thing I don't like is psychotic players that sit up there and they're at the point where what they want to do is they want to try to get at a player, because they don't like that player and try to do something to harm them mentally or physically.
Yeah, so it should be more intimate. But get back what I was saying that you got Jay's heart and Mari just have a love for him, and I consider this that bro ants. Why you want to go to Philly? You know you didn't get a chance, Harden, to make a run of it. You just leave because you want because because such and such. I know it's so easy to put it on Kyrie. It's easy because the media is doing it. But I'm not. I don't even listen to the mainstream media. I say it for myself. But Harden, I'm saying, and then this is what I'm saying. Then the net. I know people don't like this trade, but then the Nets took then you trade him to the different team in the same conference in the same division. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
same conference.
Same conference. You think Simmons ain't gonna be motivated? I mean, they say he was like go counsel for the mental health and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. I mean, like, but I'm just if Simmons would hit me right now, Simmons.
Ah man, hey JT, you touching on man, you opened up a can of worms, my nigga. Hey, that's a good point. Now you got something that could brew like a little grudge match
I'm telling
between the
you.
two.
I'm telling you.
Cause it's
I'm
like,
telling
oh
you.
nah, you left that team, you went over there. Oh, you went
I'm
like kind of
telling
like
you. Now
say,
I'm talking as now I'm talking as a person that played ball for. I ain't played ball in a long time. That I was balling for years. I'm telling you. Oh, you trade me now, nigga? All
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
all right. You say I don't have a Jimmy? All right. Oh, Kyrie working me? All right. Okay. It is, I'm telling you. And then he's multi-talented. People can say all they want. He's multi-talented. If, like I said, he don't have to have a perfect jump shot. If he get a consistent, I'm saying like this. If he finished like around like maybe 50, that's about 55 to 60% around the thing. And he shoot a consistent, I said about 38 to 40% three, it's done. It's done. How you going to stop? He got all every man. Listen, he know how much he going to open. He don't have to really demand the ball. I mean, demand the ball. But I'm saying, but I would tell him this. I said, yo, you got to hit a jump shot, make it honest. He can hit like nah, man, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
like see, you play ball, JT, and see, like I know from what from experience from what I know because I did play the guard position. Now I used to love the slash and everything, but I knew like okay, it's not always going to work, especially during the time period that I played in because it was a real physical and stuff, and you really had to have moves in order to not just relying so much on your athleticism to get by everybody, but sometimes when that's not working, okay, then you're gonna have to get the jump shot. And then also we were focused on mastering the mid range because that was our era, JT. Like that's what guys like Jordan did, and a lot of other guys did. Now, this is the thing. When you touched on a good point because when it comes to Ben Simmons, he doesn't need to sit there and be hoisting up jumpers from 40 foot or nothing like that. We know that it's levels to the shit first. Okay, start off with hitting like maybe a 15 footer. Then, if that gets better, then stretch yourself out. Or sometimes you may not ever hit. You may not ever get beyond 15 foot. If that's working for you, just keep hitting that shot. It's sort of like with Bruce Bowen. He all he would relied on was that corner shot, and it was working for him. You know what I'm saying? And he kept on shooting it. And it's just like I know guys sit up here and they talk shit about Russell Westbrook, but uh hold on 1 second, Grinder. Oh, go ahead and continue to cook. Hold on 1 second, bro.
Yeah, and then like I was saying that Simmons caused a lot of problems. I'm telling you, it's going to be a nightmare because now you cannot play, you cannot double Kyrie, you can't double Durant, and them other players he going to open up a lot of stuff from other players too. Only thing is, I'm probably a little concerned that I think they have to up their ante on defense as Simmons is. If they play somewhat defense and Simmons can get the rest, I'm telling you, the Nets gonna be very, very thin. And then they got shooters. You got Seth Curry and stuff. I mean that it's gonna get Kyrie a rest, and it's definitely gonna get KD a rest. And then at the same time, they can then Durant could create plays for Simmons, and Kyrie create plays with Simmons. I'm just saying that offensively and defensively, I'm not saying the Nets gonna be like great on defense, but if they play team defense,
Sorry about that.
if the Nets play man, listen, I'm just saying because in the NBA it's a running league. You got Simmons pushing the ball, it's gonna open up for Kyrie. What I was saying, brother, what I was saying before that what Simmons has had done is going to open up a lot of room for Durant and Kyrie, and even Kyrie could create also could create some for for Simmons because it's going to be mismatch all day. He'll cause mismatch offensively and defensively. And like you say, he get a consistent jumper. That is it.
Right. You
You got
know, it.
Steph Curry could shoot. Then you got Drummond. He's a double double. Nah, man. I'm telling you. But I would say this when I'm a little concerned when I think about the Nets. I don't like their coaching staff. I think if they have a veteran coach, that's the only thing.
Hey, I gotta disagree on that. Look, hey, no, this is the thing, JT. You gotta think about who they have on their staff. They got Amari Stoudemire. Now, Dan Tony, I can understand where you're coming from. Now he gone now.
That's what I'm talking about. That I mean, like, oh, they got Mario on the coaching staff.
Yeah, they got Amari Stoudemire, and listen, this is the thing. Amari works with players, and he's always been instrumental in helping guys out and stuff. And then also, what's his name? Steve Nash. He used to be a developmental coach over there, in Golden State. Now, look, as far as X's and O's and adjustments, stuff like that, Steve Nash still got a lot. He still got a ways to go. I can understand where you're coming from, but it certainly didn't help with James Harden up in there wanting to play his own style, trying to take that dribble, dribble, dribble style and wanting to just play ISO ball all day. That's not what Steve Nash wanted to do.
Okay, okay. I still don't see it, but I put it like this: that now you got Sim. Now, like, we that you know what? Like, so on this hard you want to be with Mari and Philly. Okay, I'm just saying this: you got Simmons that love the pass. He loved to get people involved. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna take a little time, but when it click, you got Steph Curry. And I mean, like, oh my God. Then I forgot Patty Mills. Oh no.
Yeah, they got some shooters. That's why they want that. Hey, that's why they want to trade Grinder, because check it, they got our 2 first round picks too. So that's going to even add even more muscle for their future, man. Long term, they won short term. To put it all easy, Grinder, they won short term and they won long term.
And then you think about it, if you look at Drummond, he add more years to his career, and plus he Kevin Durant. You add more years to KD now, even Kyrie. Man, this is I, I tell you, I'm saying this is like 2K dream, man. This is 2K. This is 2K dream, man. I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you. I hope I have some money. And I'm being honest with you. If they come with a 2K, 2 or whatever, I'm telling you, I will. Besides the Knicks, I pick the Nets. I'm not lying to you. Oh, the line. Oh my, the line of Nick. Nah, that's not gonna be fair.
Yeah, you know what? Look, I put it to you like this: they still got to go out. They still got to go out there, um, and they still gotta execute.
Yeah,
And see, when it comes to Ben Simmons, this is gonna be a perfect situation. Now, look, I know he probably, I don't know his mentality, but I know if I had the mentality like, okay, I need to get better in this certain aspect of my game, I'd be trying to better it. However, right now, short term, he doesn't really need to worry about anything, because guess what? You got guys that can shoot. So like you were saying, and just to piggyback off of what you were saying, JT, all he needs to do is distribute the ball, and then in the fourth quarter, which was his problem, and getting to the line, which was his problem. KD and Kyrie and Seth Curry and Patty Mills, like you say, and the rest of those guys, and even when Joe Harris gets back functioning, that won't be till next year. He'll be able to, be able to take care of the rest in terms of the shooting. Right now, you just need
I
to
think that
play.
they probably work on his shooting right now. Maybe that behind change the scenery probably help. He probably said, yeah,
Yeah, probably motivated by that.
I'm motivated, and they probably like show my shoot. You never know. You he
I
they
hope it works though, Grinder. I hope it works, man. Because it's like I said, man. Both of these guys were divas. When you talk about James Harden and you talk about Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons mentally, man, he
yeah
got to be. He probably one of them guys that got to be in a everything got to be roses around him in order for him to play good. But there might be one little thing that he might not like, Grinder, which you got to watch for. He might not like that one thing. The next thing you know, guess what? He feeling salty about it, and then guess what? Then that becomes a cancer to the
right.
team.
Right, and that's when the veteran leadership had to come through. Now, I believe the Nets probably make some more moves that had strong veteran leadership. If they get some strong veteran leadership, I believe he'd be okay. And just I said, if Simmons was, I said, listen, Simmons, I said, you know this mainstream media is against you. They want you to fail. They still talk about last year and stuff like that. And then get back to Philly, Ebby, he could say he want to. Oh yeah, I don't mind get James Harden right there, but you got an older James Harden, and we could say, oh, he want to when he gets it going. He at times he don't he just don't like what they say. He used to get triple doubles and yeah, he just want to show people I could do this if I want to, but it was never really like in the team concept. It's I'm just look at me. But I'm just saying, get back to Simmons. Simmons, everybody is against you. Mainstream media is against you. I'm telling you, listen to them. I mean, like work on your shooting a little bit because the fourth quarter they're gonna give it to you. You just hit some. You hit some, they got the rest. I really think it could work. I really believe it could work, but I'm just saying the gelling time. I mean, the gelling part is going to take a little time. But I forgot what you saying about. Oh, I still say about. I still question Steve Nash and but he got Steinmeier, so Steinmeier is a professional, and he gonna get just you need to do it. So I'm happy, so but I just don't trust Nash. I just don't. That Tony, I just don't. But
Yeah, because
I'll give it to him.
the personalities. That's another thing that I don't think a lot of people are really taking into consideration too. Grinder is that yeah, you could play great and everything. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
your personality and chemistry, that aspect, it has to mesh in order
Yeah.
for y'all to do something. People think that okay, um, Kobe and Shaq, they didn't really coexist. Okay, they might have been different in a lot of ways, but they were alike in a lot of ways. They were ferocious competitors. So
Mm-hmm.
in that aspect, guess what? They got three championships out of the deal. However, the work ethic part, they were entirely different because Shaq, he wanted to come in and play his way into shape. Kobe stayed in the gym and was a gym rat all summer long and day in and day out and everything. And they were different in that aspect or whatever. And they clashed in some other things or whatever. But
Right.
the one thing that you couldn't take away from them and that wasn't alike and that wasn't similar is the fact that they wanted to win so bad to where they were vindictive. They wanted to get back at their opponent, and they just had a nastiness, ferocious type of competitiveness that were similar. So that's why it worked. See, the thing about the Nets and the thing about with Philly, look, the way that Joel Embiid and James Harden are similar, what are they, JT? They're fucking ball stoppers, and they're ball dominant. You know what I'm saying? You got two ball dominant motherfuckers there. Now, Joel Embiid did say this though, Grinder. He did say, okay, yeah, when you double me, then you got to worry about Harden, or if you double Harden, then you got to worry about me. Hey, that's a good point. It might work. You on here again, JT? I got two of you on here.
No, no, you ain't got me too.
Yeah, you got in here again. Hold on, I gotta kick one of y'all because you got two of you. Okay,
Kick the
you
last one out.
yeah no, I already got it out. What was you trying to do?
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was trying to ask what you were trying to do because I saw I saw another another one of you in the studio. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta be careful sometimes because these trolls. But anyways, what I was saying is that it could really work or it could not, depending on how they mesh personality wise. You know what I'm saying? So something got to mesh with them, and also he got to be able to buy into Doc's system too. We got to look at that. It's a lot of things that you got to look at behind the scenes. Everybody's like, "Oh, JT, you should see Sixers Nation. All these motherfuckers is excited." And I'm like, man, y'all better prepare for the worst. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
I'm just saying they got an older heart, not a young heart. And I think that Harden always want to be with Maury. Like I said, it's that bro stuff, and that I look at it, and Meek Mill and all that. And I'm just saying how you could leave Brooklyn. That's the one of the hot spots. I'm not
What's
feeling
up
at the
with it,
same
Matt? I see you in the building.
stuff you're not, but I'm saying, woo.
Uh,
You
that's
better go.
that's not gonna happen. Um, we can't automatically assume that. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at it from the personalities got to mesh. What's up with it, T Price? I see you in the building. He just checked in.
What's up, T Price?
T Price, you still
Hey,
there, man?
can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. What's up with it,
Oh yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah. Then just got done eating breakfast, man, and everything. But yeah, man, hmm, it's gonna. Y'all talking about James Harden going over there to the Philly? How you feel about that, man? I'm gonna tell you about the.
Well,
Hey, you wanna know how the Lakers? Just watch my stream from last night. It's about 8 hours long, but you'll see. Yeah,
We
but
have a woo banger. Classic.
oh, but I don't. Hey, I, I just don't see it working, man. I just don't see it working, man, because like it's just like what you said. Doc Rivers got a system, and I just think they just gave up too much. You gave away Seth Curry, one of the best shooters in the league. You gave up, and then you gave up a draft pick for titties over
no,
titles.
we
I'm just
gave we
like,
gave we gave up two. We
y'all
we
gave
gave
up
up
too
two
much for
of
him.
we
Two
gave
of
up
them?
two of them, but yeah, we gave up two first rounders.
Damn.
But the thing about it is though is that you got to understand is that Daryl Morey, that's his doing. That
Right,
that's
right,
not
right.
that's not what we wanted. But man, I'm telling you, and they're excited about this shit, T Price. They're
I
excited about this shit, but they don't know
don't
what
know
they're
why.
getting.
Right. Hey, cause this is the thing. I remember they were talking about him the other day, and they were talking about all the big men he had. I'm like, dude, look what he did to Clint Capella. Him and Clint Capella was, man. You couldn't stop that pick and roll and throw that alley. That was like automatic. Then you got rid of him. Now you got the one of the best big men in the league. So what you gonna do, James? That's all I gotta ask. Like, what
Well,
you gonna
well,
do?
well, well. The
Whatever.
personality got a mish, and that's
Right.
nobody looks at it from that standpoint. Look, if me, you, and Grinder are all on the team, right? And
Mm-hmm.
let's say, man, I don't want to work. I'm lazy. Don't want to practice, but y'all are in there busting y'all ass every single day, and then y'all are doing most
Facts.
of the work. Both of y'all are doing most of the work when we play and everything. But then all I do is want the ball and want to shoot it or whatever, don't want to play defense, lackadaisical and everything like that. You're gonna be tired of that shit. And guess what? It's
Hmm.
gonna be personality clash. You know why? Because our personalities don't mesh. And guess what? That's gonna be a cancer to the locker room.
Yeah,
Yeah, and at the
yeah.
right same time too, we gotta understand when he was with Houston, him and Capella they were doing work. He didn't want to be over there. He was talking about Capella couldn't do this and that. And look what he doing at Atlanta right now. You know what I'm saying? It seems to me like he wants to be a diva. I mean, then you don't want to be at Houston. Then you went to the Nets. Okay, I'll be a place in all that. But there you go. I knew when they got Murray, I said, watch this. He ain't gonna
I
be with
mean,
the Nets.
hold
When
on,
Murray
hold on, JT. Hold on, my bad. I mean, cut you out. Not every now and again, okay? It's not. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Grant Williams. Every now and again, he's not like a super athletic guy, but he can catch some lives every now and again, especially when you're playing a low pick and roll. Like that, he done it with Simmons before, but yeah, you're right. He's not consistently doing it, JT, like Capella and T Price. He's not gonna be doing that.
Capella work on his game. You got to be honest. When Capella was in Houston, he was there was only defensive stopping it was. And then all of a sudden you take the ball in, then Martin want to blame Capella. Then you send Capella to Atlanta. Then he to me he having an all star season so far. But then it seems like every time with James Harden don't get his way, he checks out.
Right. Yeah. And look, it's not about. Everybody thinks it's all about, and I'm with Grant Williams on this too. It's not about alley oops, and it's not about. Look, man, listen, motherfucker, can we just do everything necessary to win the game? Look, we dusted off the Cavs last night. Yes, that's great. But do you see the Cavs worried about alley oops? Worried about, oh yeah, dribble, step back. I'm gonna cross this man up, trying to dunk on nigga. Nah, they do what's necessary to get it done. It's just hard work, blue collar, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that it takes to win. You said I know Harden will be at strip joints in Philly. Well, hey, that's on him, and that's not going to equate to winning. And that's the mentality that you have, and that's a mentality that a lot of people, try to come into the league with. And guess what? Them guys don't last long. Matt Moses, when's the last time James Harden has been successful in the postseason? I'll wait. Oh, unless you're just talking about the one time they went with OKC with KD
So
and Westbrook. That's the only time.
you left from Brooklyn. Come on. Brooklyn is the highest place, right? What? Man,
Yeah.
how you could lead that? And I'm not knocking Philly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking them. You left Brooklyn. You don't want to make it work. You ain't give it a chance to work hard. I'm telling you, that Dan Morey, man, is that bro ass shit, man. I have to look at him a different way, man. So wherever Morey go, man, you go hard. Or then wherever Harden, so wherever Harden go, you. But I knew when Maury got that job in Philadelphia, I bet told people, watch he gonna try to get Harden. I told people he ain't. I don't think he gonna last in that long. So what do you mean? Watch.
Well, I mean, look, if we looking at it, if we looking at it, if we looking at it like short term, and I mean really short, then okay, it might, because think about it, JT. When he first came to Houston, I mean when he first came to Brooklyn, guess what? Everybody was looking at this guy as if he was an MVP candidate and everything. And then guess what? Everything started crumbling, slowly crumbling, slowly falling, and slowly going to shambles. And then after that, guess what? Then Harden don't want to be there no more. Then Katie and Kyrie, they not meshing well with him, and now he 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's the same shit like you was talking about when he was in H Town. He did everything that he could to get the fuck up out of there, JT. He did everything that he could. Throwing ball at teammates, coming in out of shape and overweight, and then he got out of there. And guess what? For what? Go to Brooklyn and be cancer somewhere else. So that's what I was saying. His track record.
Yeah.
You said that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with fans. They criticizing players for the same stuff they do. They do same places they be at. Yeah, that and like JT said, they're not gonna see no 60-point triple double harder.
Saying, man, you getting that shooters, man. You getting that shooters with Simmons is pushing it. You know how much looks Steph Curry go? Nah. And Steph Curry, I'm not saying he like his brother, but he can put it on. He can put it on the rack too, a little something, something.
Yeah, Seth Curry, man. I was disappointed. I was kind of disappointed in his play like the previous game because he shot like 1 for 9. But overall, um, hold on 1 second. You said Embiid ain't gonna play that. He would definitely beat Harden up if he try him. I mean, I'm not gonna say that he gonna beat him up and no shit like that, Matt Moses. But you know, listen, JT man, one nigga, once you set in your ways, you set in your ways,
You
and
ain't gonna.
yeah, the only way that he's gonna be able to combat anything is by coming there and actually winning. And actually, a championship, man. Not no playoff, JT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nigga, we can
they
get to the playoffs all day. Go ahead, man. You got it.
gotta do a shit.
You know, I'm prepared for the word. Last night, MB put up a 40-point triple double. Hey, that's great. That's great in the regular season. You put up all these 40-point triple double, 50 points in 27 minutes, all this other stuff. Man, do that shit in the goddamn playoffs.
Yeah, like I'm saying, man, yeah. But see, as you know, as a player, it's gonna be mostly half court. And let's be honest, Harden wants to have the ball. He wants to play hero ball. He's
Hmm.
not mismatch that
Yeah,
be that one. I'm just saying. But what about the shooters? What about the shooters in Philly? Where's it at now? They can't open it up. But as the Nets, do you know Durant could operate on the half court too? And especially you got Kyrie. You got Steph. He could put it on the rack a little bit, little something, something. He could shoot. You know he gonna break up, man. It's gonna be crazy. Look, Steph Curry gonna get mad looks. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm saying. Got people. Yeah, I know people gonna say the Nets gonna run and stuff like that, but they can even slow it down and punish. They got plays off the bench that also can get it. I'm just saying, you don't have to throw the ball really to Drummond. But you could throw him honestly, he can get some easy basket, he get some offensive rebound, man. It's like, it's going also Simmons going to help the bench a lot too.
right.
He gonna help the bench too, man. It's what I'm saying. That's yo, I'm telling you, like I said, Simmons just come there. Yo, forget all that. I mean, he still got to work on his mental health. I'm not knocking that. If anybody want to knock that, y'all stupid. Work on your mental health. Still get the counsel that you need to do. But I always tell him, yo, just stay there, relax, hear what everybody, hear some people saying, and then just go get busy. Okay, you trade me. All right, now I'm gonna make it pay. Now I'm gonna bump y'all out in the playoffs. Not in the team concept. I say, I'm saying, you got Simmons now. He's gonna be motivated. I said, okay. I'm telling you, he's gonna be motivated. Then, but I'm glad that you let me know the star my part of the coach there. That's good. He's gonna have that better. But that star might go talk to him, and they listen. Okay, all right.
I mean, look, everybody's in the uproar about, oh yeah, man, this is gonna work, and they looking at the offensive side of the ball, you know.
Yeah, they do. But I'm telling you, the defense. I think the defense is going to improve. I mean, it ain't gonna be like top 10. You know what I'm saying? But I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
going to
facts.
improve. I think they're gonna cause some turnovers because you got Simmons now. So now you got Durant there right now. They say, okay, they're gonna like, man, listen, it's gonna be, oh my goodness. I mean, when they gel, it's just matter of timing. It's gonna be matter of time. Actually, I was hearing Simmons was happy to be here. That's a good sign. So I cannot wait to play with the guy. I can't wait to work with the guys and everything. That is a good sign, and also that could be a scary sign too, because when they gel, boy, I'm telling you, they can cause a lot of mismatches in the NBA. They cause a whole lot.
I mean, I look at it like from the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, okay, look, the Nets got better offensively and defensively and long term. We didn't get better. I mean, we got better from a team cancer standpoint and a ball dominant standpoint.
All
What have
right,
you
yeah, that's true.
what you done did defensively? Like how did that help us out? Yeah, we got Millsap, but Millsap ain't he can't do nothing no more grinding.
Millsap went to Philly, right?
Yeah, man, that's all we got with Millsap, man.
I said, hey, look. And then, if you want to, you could take that center out, right, up in that, have him come off the bench, and you could throw Drummond, in there and center too. He ain't gonna demand the ball all that much.
Man,
Right?
I mean, that's
He ain't gonna demand the ball. Then Drummond, all you need to do, when they double on you, shoot, throw it out. Shoot.
man.
It's gonna be
And,
fun.
and look, we had our chances. We had our chances to really get our hands on some really a really great like upside in players. Like I'm gonna be real with you, Grinder. I would have loved to have Halliburton on our team, man.
I know.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. But we done shot ourselves in the foot. Daryl Morey is a crook. Don't know what the hell he doing.
Man, he got there because he won hard. That's all it was. He don't care about the rest of the team. So this is what I'm saying. Why you got rid of general manager? Why y'all got rid of him? Why y'all got rid of Elden Brand? For what? You asked me. Elden Brand was building, and y'all got rid of him for Maury. And Maury, in his mind, I gotta get Harden here. He didn't care about the rest of the players.
Yeah, man, he looking at it. Man, they looking at it like, man, Daryl Morey is all about, you know, he's all about analytics and uh, what's trendy, what's hot, and all that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, dog, can we get back to what Philly ball is, what New York ball really was, and that's tough, hard nose, doing
Yeah, listen.
everything that it took to win and stuff. Because New York. like the New Yorks and the Phillies and the Bostons and the Chicagos, they got kind of the same kind of mentality. You know what I'm saying, Grinder? Like, okay, you got a lot of guys that work industrial jobs, in factories, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of stuff, that are, hard hat work jobs and stuff like that. And these guys have that type of mentality to, okay, we may not be, it's just like the Knicks. We may not be the fanciest, we may not be the fastest, but we're the toughest. We grit and we're strong, we're physical and we're rugged. And that's how the mentality is when it came to Boston, when it came to Philly, when it came to even fucking Detroit. That all of these guys, they have those type of mentality, and somehow it got lost. You want to trust the process. Yeah, like I said, a few months ago, Grinder, trust the process of elimination, because that's all we do. We get eliminated, and sometimes we got eliminated from reaching the damn playoffs.
I'm
You
saying
said
that this.
Seth Curry and Joe Harris is a great shooting duo. Well, that we got Joe Harris got to get healthy, man. Joe Harris is out. Joe
Yeah,
Harris.
out
Yeah,
for the rest of the year.
you said what, Grounded?
I said Joe Harris is out for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah, because of an ankle procedure. He got to undergo another ankle procedure.
Yeah, he gonna be out the rest of the year. But I'm just saying that's good to have next year.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's if he play. That's if he plays up to par.
Much better, and that's gonna be much more better than next year. Oh my goodness.
That's it. That's if he plays up to par like he's supposed to,
Right?
because that he didn't have a good playoffs last season, Grinder.
Yeah,
That
because well, I'm just saying, Simmons gonna open up a whole lot of offense and
Yeah,
defense.
he can. He gonna open that shit up. He gonna stretch that bitch out. 'Cause like you said, you got damn Grinder, man. You touched on something key. They got Seth Curry. They got KD. The obvious, the KD, the Kyrie. Then you got Patty Mills. Then you got other guys that could stretch that bitch out, man.
And then you got Patty Mills. He create his own shot. He can get
Hmm.
people on. That's another weapon they can open up for Simmons. Nah, man. No. Come on, man. They could throw Ollie to Simmons. Come on,
Right.
man. They got so much toys. It's crazy. If I was the coach, I'd be licking my chops, man. Licking my chops. I said, but what we going to do, we going to get better on defense. When I was the coach, we going to work on our defense. Offense,
Yeah.
we can. Oh, they got so much toys to play, man. They got so much toys to play. You want an
That's it.
alley? Yeah, I want an alley. You want to go 1-on-1? Yo, they can mismatch and everything. So this is what I'm saying. You play against the Nets now. The other team. You have to switch up your lineup.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna
Right,
have hell trying to make adjustments.
right. And then you take the bench. Oh, the bench on. You you could throw Aldridge. I mean, the Aldridge. You could throw him, and down low. I mean, like what's the other guy? Blake Griffin. Oh my goodness, come on. They're gonna be
Yeah,
more.
Blake Griffin. Yeah, man. I remember when Blake Griffin, like, they were projecting Blake Griffin to be like a Charles Barkley type. You remember that, Grinder, when he first came in?
I think he had an okay career. I don't think that. I think he did okay. I think he ran up with some injuries and
I
had been
don't
playing.
know, man. You think he gonna be a Hall of Famer?
I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta see his career. I don't know. I'm
Cause
saying, man, if he get a chip,
he came in, man. Like he came in injured, and then like okay, he because he didn't play technically that first year. You know, it was kind of like what Ben Simmons did. You know, he sat out that year or whatever, and then it was his rookie year, the second year. But like after that, you know, he went on a stretch where he was putting up a dub and some rebounds and stuff like that. But then he would have some times when he started getting hurt again, and I think that's what was setting his ass back.
now, I'm gonna tell you what I think that will happen though. Also, he was playing off position too. I think that instead of playing him in a power, they should put him in small. I think that probably would have helped him out. But that's me. I would have put a small like if he was with Drummond, right? No, not Drummond. That's the wrong person. What's a nice power forward? What's a nice power forward, right? Well, I can't say. Let's say I put Capella. I would put Capella the power, then I put Blake Griffin the small. Oh, that'll work. Oh yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
He
well, you see, you gotta think it was him and DeAndre Jordan for a while. It was when he was running with the Clippers, it was him and DeAndre Jordan. And I know, man, what's going on? Wait, what, man? Like, man, for real, man, don't be all like trolling and shit, man.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
Uh,
huh?
what you want me to say it louder? I said, do not be trolling. How about
I
that?
I
Because I know
talk.
you be doing that stupid shit.
I
Okay, is
first
that clear enough for your motherfucking ass?
first of all, time out.
Goddamn, nigga. What are you talking about, nigga? You better
First of
wake
all,
your ass up.
first of all,
Who's that?
first of all, how you doing? First of all, let's start with that. Let's start with greetings.
Nigga, we know how the hell you doing, nigga. Your ass half
I
sleep,
think.
nigga. You better wake your ass up. Me and Grinder done been in this bitch. Yes, we talking about your nets, nigga.
What about them?
Look, you know your ass is happy.
Listen, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. First off, how y'all boys doing today? I hope everybody good. I hope everybody straight.
Me. That's what he sound like, Grinder.
Nah, I'm pretty low today. I kind of got my little. I had my iron this morning, so I'm kind of good. I'm feeling straight. You know what I'm
Iron.
saying?
you hear this nigga? Iron.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. We
You said
lost 11 games
iron.
straight. We lost 11 games straight. Mind you, there's never been a team who ever lost 7 games straight or more to ever win a
Mm,
championship. So I understand that quality of history.
mm,
However,
mm,
3 more games. That's it. 3 more games. I think we're gonna get a great opportunity because
mm,
I think like today, yesterday, I did some due diligence. I watched some more tape on Steph Curry. Yo,
mm,
even when I even went back to Duke. So I'm liking what he gonna bring. Uh, he's more like honestly, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Steph Curry is on that same trajectory that Steph Curry was on, as in like Steph Curry. He got that ability to do all that extra shit with the threes, as in so far and what it's supposed to do. But Steph Curry is such a fundamental player, which we need, as in like, yo, even though the three not here, I'm gonna take the lane, I can float it up. I can boop, boop, boop. It's not just looking for the three. and he's
Hey,
not.
here go Little Ryder. I think he trying to correct you.
And I'll cook him too. Like I was saying, with that, I feel like that's gonna be such a huge impact that we gonna need just to be able to create his own shot. That's what I'm saying. Like Steph Curry can create his own shot, as in like create his own lane to score and everything. And I really think, especially going into Monday, I really think Andre Drummond will play a huge part of
I
what
talking
we,
about it huge.
you know what I'm saying? Because he gonna be in that paint and he might
Yeah,
get
nigga
us
got it huge. Nigga like nigga,
huge.
yeah, nigga, that's a huge losing streak. Y'all got.
Yeah, and they're gonna be snapped by Monday, so it's okay. Don't worry about it, bro. And then if it's by the universe, if it don't, when Katie come back and he break this streak and then he go on a
Uh,
crazy streak, don't say, oh shit, he's not MVP level. That nigga MVP bound. Such a story, bro.
it's a huge mistake that you said Giannis wasn't no superstar.
Yo, no, I'm not picking on the East, but let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna tell you the dominance of what Kevin Durant did. They on a 11 game losing streak, and they only 6 games and a half from first place.
That wasn't all just KD though.
Bro, whoa, name them.
It wasn't all just KD.
No, listen. His impact
And
on the court is
what
valued
against
as much.
mediocre squads, yeah.
No,
I
it
mean,
wasn't.
yeah,
No, it
anybody
wasn't.
can do that.
Yo, he beat Philly by himself without on
He
James
did not
Harden.
do all that shit by himself,
Yes,
nigga.
he
You
did.
know
And and and,
what happened?
and
What happened
Embiid.
when we had all of our horses, nigga? We talking
Wait,
about
hold on.
when we have all
Hold
of
on.
our horses, man.
He beat your team healthy when y'all niggas was healthy. Only niggas y'all was missing was Ben. That's all y'all was missing. And he played them niggas by himself without Kyrie and and without James Harden and defeated y'all at his crib. You don't remember that 34, 11, and 8? You don't remember that stat sheet? Them boy was
I
trying to come
remember.
back,
Wait a
and them
minute.
boy
I
Katie
remember.
like
No. Wait a
yeah.
minute. I remember. No. Hold on. What are you talking about? I
Mm-hmm.
remember Embiid, hey JT, telling your ass to go home. I
No,
remember that.
you doing the latest. You doing the latest. I'm talking about that one with James Harden on the
Exactly.
court.
What happened when we
That was
warmed up,
that one
nigga? You
with
got to be
James Harden on the
consistent,
court.
nigga. Man,
No,
come stronger than that. Or you talking about one goddamn game?
no, but you're not looking at the aspect of what I'm talking about. This one
Oh,
game.
nigga,
This is KD.
why you always doing this? Cut up a knife and technical shit. Oh, you not looking at the. I'm looking at nigga at the end result, win and lose.
No, but I'm telling you the difference between the last game they lost against them is because you had James Harden on the court as well. When KD by himself, he actually get victories, regardless of whether it's
Oh
a
no,
good
that's
team
not
or a
what you.
bad team.
Oh, hold on. That's not
That's
what you were
factual.
saying earlier. You were
I
like,
did.
oh man, you were defending Harden ass earlier in the year, nigga.
Yeah, because he was there as a support at certain games, but it wasn't every game. And I'm talking about the games that he didn't play. I'm not talking about when he was playing with KD against the 76ers. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one where he had them at his crib.
Hello. I think wait, what done cut out? Hold on. Wait, what? You still there, man? Guess y'all boys cut out. But okay, yeah, he had a great game, but we still. Cause let's take a look at that. Hold on. I'm gonna take a look at that. Philly versus Brooklyn. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Now, All right. In that game, it was Harden. It was Harden that had the triple double in the second game that we played y'all. It was Harden that had the triple double, and it was KD that put up 33. So you act like it was all just KD's doing. Now in the first game, I will give you that. Okay, you didn't have Kyrie and you didn't have James, but you still had guys that were relatively productive. You had Patty Mills who put up 14. You had Claxton that put up 17, and you had Blake Griffin that put up 17. So let's not act like those guys didn't just do absolutely nothing. It was a collective effort. It was a collective effort. I don't think wait what is still here, so I'm gonna go ahead. Man, when you can just come on back in. I knew that what's it called had lost 11 straight though, Lou. I knew that, and maybe he had misquoted because I heard 11. I heard 11, but KD he didn't do it all by himself. We got to stop acting like KD just did it everything every single thing by himself. And then on top of that, look, we already said earlier in the year what y'all have been doing. Everybody didn't even take y'all record seriously. Hold on, let's look at this for a second. Brooklyn Nets schedule. Let's go back. All right, trying to go back even further. All right, let's look at the entire schedule with y'all who y'all were beating, and because I mean I respect what's it called was doing, what KD was doing and everything, but at the same token, we also got to look at your competition that you were pretty much beating throughout the whole entire season. If you're gonna sit up here and you're gonna say, okay, yeah, well, we were this and we were that and everything like that. Okay, well, what did you do to get at the top of that mountain? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the fact what Philly is doing, but I judge it based on what we were um what we were doing. Now, okay, let's take it back way back when y'all had began. Y'all y'all beat us earlier in the year. Y'all lost to Milwaukee. Then y'all ended up losing to Charlotte. Charlotte was hot during that time. Y'all beat Washington. Y'all lost to Miami. Y'all went on a stretch where y'all were beating mediocre teams. You beat uh, you beat Indiana. You beat Detroit. You beat Atlanta during that time. They were still getting their groove together. You beat Detroit again. You beat Toronto. You lost to Chicago. You beat Orlando. You beat New Orleans. You beat OKC. Guess who you lost to? You lost to Golden State. Now you did beat Cleveland. Okay, I'll give you that. You beat Cleveland twice. All right. You beat Orlando. You beat Boston. You lost to Phoenix. Okay. You lost to Phoenix. You beat New York. You beat Minnesota. You lost to Chicago again. You beat Dallas. You even lost to Houston. You beat it. You beat Orlando. You beat Detroit. You barely squeezed by Toronto in overtime. You beat us during that time. And like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on, but not gonna make no excuses. You lost to Orlando. We know why. Um, those 3 games, there were 3 games that were postponed. We know why. You beat LA. You beat both LA Clippers and Lakers. You lost to Philly. You lost to the Clippers. You lost to Memphis, right? Then you you won against Indiana. You lost against Milwaukee. You beat San Antonio. You lost against the Blazers. And then of course, uh, that's when what's it called? Durant after that Chicago game, after y'all won against Chicago, uh KD was out. So everything up until the I would say the 12th, it was the 12th of January. For the most part, y'all have been beating a lot of mediocre teams. Y'all got a couple wins against us, but you got to think we had way more adversity than y'all did. I know y'all missing Kyrie and all that stuff, but we had way more adversity than y'all did. Not only did we have, uh, we shoot, we was going through a lot, man. Our whole squad, as well as Chicago, as well as some of the other teams. So there was no excuse. But all I'm saying is that y'all record wasn't as great because when y'all ran into some of those good teams, y'all took the L too. I could see if y'all were beating Golden State, Phoenix all the time and stuff like that, but that wasn't happening. Y'all lost to them, and you lost to Chicago. I think y'all got one, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Wait. What? Can you talk now? I think. Wait. What? Having some technical difficulties. All right, y'all. Um, I'm about to go ahead and shut this thing down. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Um, Make sure you like the video, share, subscribe. I'm not gonna be on too long. Oh, what's with it? 2000 still there? Okay. Um, I'm about to go ahead and shut down on y'all. But I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Showing love today, man. I'm not gonna be on here too long. Like I said, I got some things going on. But like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.